Hello, everybody. Welcome to Do All the Things, the GDQ Hotfix show about 100% experience and completionist categories in general. I'm your host, Mr. Shasta, and tonight I got with you a pretty cool run. Honestly, it's one I haven't seen myself in quite some time, but it's really sick. It's a 1.5% run of Crash Bandicoot Warp. The third Crash Bandicoot game it's really cool. There's a lot of great movement in this run, a lot of cool skips, a lot of minor things here and there. Type of run you like to see, honestly. It's very fast paced the whole time too. So, and to have the water controller for this run as well, Potty here to show it off for you. So, hello, Potty, how's it going?
Oh, hey, how's it going, dude? What's up?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, bro. I'm ready to play some Crash, personally.
Hell yeah. Never ready in that case. Would you mind telling us also what 105% entails as well?
Yeah, so Crash 305% is basically the act of collecting every crystal, gem, gold time relic, and boss power-up in the game. You don't need platinums, you need golds. It's like platinums are optional, you know? But yeah, we just have to get all of that stuff. All of the things, you could say.
All the things, hell yeah, love that.
Yep. So, yeah, we're about ready to start. I will go to the title screen, and then we'll begin the run. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. So the first thing we're going to do in this run is we're going to skip the cutscene. In theory, that'd be nice. And we're going to enter the second level here under pressure, and we're going to turn the sound effects off. So turning sound effects off skips every cutscene in the run, which saves about an entire minute. And in a 2-hour run, skipping every cutscene is extremely good, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, first water level here is under pressure. So in the water levels, you can kick with the X button and then spin with square. Kicking and spinning are both fast, so you just mash them both together the entire time you move through the stage. What do you call it? Yeah, spinning's on a cooldown. It's called a spin timer. Spin timer is basically you can't mash the square button and be invincible. That's like the point of the mechanic. So even though I'm like, there's intermittent time where I'm not spinning, it's still I'm still mashing the button regardless. It's very important to be aware of the cooldown. And so we skip that part. That's actually like a kind of a hard maneuver. It looks really simple, but they want you to go around there, but you can just squeeze on by early, so that's pretty nice. It should be out the way. They're not, but that's okay. Okay, so you grab the crystal here, and then we're just going to leave the level normally. I got no boxes on that visit, and that's because we're going to do what's called a one cycle in this category, and that's basically the act of getting the gem during the time trial, which is done many times in this run. The crystal is just a prerequisite item that just is in the level, and when you collect all 5, you fight the boss of the warp room. So the crystal is just like, and you have to get the crystal to spawn this clock here, and when you pick up the clock, you enter the time trial. And in Crash games, it's not like your run-of-the-mill time trial. It's there's these yellow boxes that have numbers on them, and the numbers coincide with how long the timer gets paused for. So like one crate pauses the timer for 1 second, etc. You get the idea. It also changes where masks are. Masks give you an extra hit point. So some levels that normally have no masks will have like 3, for example.
It's like essentially with the time trial thing going on here, we're seeing like basically an 8% run and a 100% run at the same time of each level. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's a decent amount of visits that are the same at any percent during the trial, but there are some that are different, and I'll like divulge what makes them different as we go on. But these boxes underneath the coral, you actually need this like fish mech to destroy them. So I'm actually going to play a bit safe at the end here to make sure that I don't lose the mech, because if you do lose the mech, you have to restart the entire level. It's pretty bad.
Understandable.
So gonna be careful about that. Yeah. Normally I would know where everything is in the stage, but I kind of messed up the manip at the start of the run, but it's no big deal. We'll just play safe. All good. And yeah, the mech takes forever to sink to the ground here, which is the reason why we get the boxes during the trial, because the crystal, if you may have noticed, was high up in the air right there. And the mech is really good at going like left and right fast, but it's terrible at going up and down. So because the crystal is so high up, we actually just want to get it and leave. We don't want to get the boxes at the same time. But yeah, we get a platinum relic there. Getting them is totally fine. They're just like optional. I had to be like a 117 to get the gold. So yeah, that's the first like complete level, you know. Sometimes we get the crystal and come back later. Sometimes we get both at the same time. It just depends. Now we're in Orient Express, which is a Coco stage. The level themes change very fast. So there's a lot to say like as we go, but basically the Tiger is it's like an on rails stage. So I can't turn around. I can slow down, but I can't turn around. So if I miss something, I have to die or do it later. But I'm gonna grab these boxes without letting go of run, which is pretty tough. Right here, though, I do have to let go. When there's 2x2 formations of crates, you can actually miss if you run straight through them. So I'm just slowing down because I have to. Using this trampoline right here to get up here and get these 3. Doing that part without letting go of run is very tough. The timing is not easy at all. So as we approach the end here, there's actually there's like a scripted section where Coco does like a big jump and then cuddles the tiger when she gets off of it. If I do this right, I will be able to skip the animation and get the gem.
Right in there.
Yeah,
nice.
There we go. So that's cuddle skip. Yeah, that's awesome. So that saves about 6 seconds every time you do it in this level. But yeah, I got the gem. I basically like clipped out of bounds on the left side of the map and got the gem at the same time. Because since that part is scripted, they manually move you to the middle of the level. So I need to go very far left to get the gem. If I just stayed in the middle, I would miss the gem there. So and now that we don't need the gem anymore, I can do the easier variant of the cuddle skip. So that's good. We just need to get the time trial and leave here.
Perfect. Unfortunate too that it's called cuddle skip though, because that is very adorable. Otherwise.
Yeah, made a big deal out of it in my live run. Whenever I hit it, it's like no, like it's like a tragedy when I hit the trick. That is actually the hardest one in the run. There's 4 of them in the run, and that's like by far the hardest one. So I probably will hit the others, but if I don't hit them, then yippee, it's good.
there's a an upside and downside to it. Upside, you save time. Downside, you miss it, you don't save time, but you get like the cuddles. So it gets. I think everyone's winning either way, honestly.
Yeah, I clipped in the ceiling there, and then I'll jump really high up in the air, higher than intended. And because I was so high up, I just slid into the exit super easily. So that's like the second method. It's way easier than the gem method. So yeah, there's Orient. Basically with this route, we get all of the like reset heavy stage. I just do all the reset heavy levels immediately. So Making Waves is next. It's a jet ski level. Basically, you do all the vehicles first, and then you do the platforming after. But the jet ski, I know this may look simple and everything, but this is actually the hardest vehicle in the run because it's not because of the jet ski. All you do is hold X and you steer, And if you hold diagonal down in a direction, you do sharp turns. So that's a little bit of additional movement. But the main draw, this is only a completion related thing that it's hard, but you'll see that the water beneath me is not flat. It's like swaying up and down. There's like a current, there's waves, all that. And there's also ramps, and the ramps have crates in the air. You're supposed to jump off the ramps and get them. Well, the waves can make the ramps rise into the air, and then you'll overshoot boxes, or you could like hop over boxes because of the waves.
Oh gosh.
So you need to have you either need to have insane reaction time, or you have to like manipulate the cycles, because the waves are actually on cycles. So they're on global cycles. Global cycles are like a PS1 crash staple, which essentially means that every hazard in the game is moving, even if the level is not loaded. So like if enemies are walking back and forth, that's like loaded in the background. So if you were to, they reset when you die. So if you were to theoretically die in a stage and then play the exact same every time, you get the exact same patterns. And you'll see that later in the run. But yeah, no waves acted up there, so no problem. Didn't have to turn around or anything. Very good. Time to actually play the game. as in platforming, doing some platforming. Toad Village here. All of the movement in this game is like an exploit. We do a tech called neutral slide jumping. It's It's an unintended movement tech that makes you go faster than like the normal walking speed and the normal like movement in general. You essentially input a slide and then jump. You do a slide jump, but when you press jump, you let go of the D-pad, so you're holding 0 directions, and that actually maintains your sliding speed midair, which is unintended. And when you have invincibility like this, you go very, very fast. So every time I'm jumping, I'm not holding a direction, so I actually have to like kind of aim crash where I want him to go, and then I press jump.
You gotta have a little, excuse me, gotta have a little faith in where he goes, I guess, beforehand.
Yeah, you can aim it by inputting like diagonals, like last second or something. You can aim it with like sharper angles, but you notice I left a mask behind when I went on the bonus, and that's so we can grab it right here and refill our invincibility. Triple mask is
this way to that.
Yeah, it is triple mask is what it entails. You know, it's when you get 3 masks, you become invincible and you destroy crates by just like getting near them, and enemies can't hurt you. And also cycles stay open for you. If there's like a door that would normally close, it will stay open instead. That's very useful.
Seems like your hitbox is also a lot larger too, because you were running past like bot crates very easily and still destroying them.
Yeah, especially your vertical hitbox is like I would say triple the size of normal. So if there's crates above you, you'll just like snipe them from like the ground. It's pretty good.
That's ridiculous. I love it.
Yeah. Boneyard here is the first chase level. Of course, like the dino has no chance of doing anything to me, but he breaks crates, so he's useful. That's nice.
Oh, nice.
So I can leave every box alone, except for checkpoints. You have to break checkpoints with crash. You can't snipe enemies into them. You can't like shoot it. The dino can't break it. You have to break them with crash. So that's like an important thing. Yeah, we outrun the dino and we get triple mask. Wow, yeah, the run really revolves around invincibility, which is pretty. It's pretty cool because Crash 2, you actually don't want invincibility ever. It's like terrible in that game, but in this game, it's good. So it's pretty fun to like the difference that is. So if I move well here,
all the time, anyways.
Yeah. So yeah, carry triple all the way to the bonus platform. Platforms that move automatically take your masks away, but it was about to run out anyway, so it works out perfect. We can use another tech here called the glitched high jump to get up to this metal crate, unintended. You're supposed to use the arrow that I broke and bounce up there and then turn around. But I used a glitched high jump to get up there, which is just, you do a slide jump, but you input a spin right after you jump, and that gives you extra height for no reason. So it's pretty useful. Glitched high here again, need the extra height. And I can also extend my slide off of that slope. Any uphill that you slide down, like if you can keep the slide going longer than intended, it's good because the slide is very, very fast. That's the whole reason the neutral slide jump is good. You from getting it or something, I don't know. Regardless. Since we got 5 crystals, it opens the boss, and the boss is Tiny Tiger. I'm gonna let the cutscene play for a second, okay? If you skip that cutscene automatically, the music mutes, and there's just no music and no sound. So,
that'd be awful, no.
Yeah. Like, I do that in my own runs, but, like, I wouldn't do that here. Yeah, Tiny just jumps, like, a couple times, then he attacks you and you hit him, and then he does, like, this lion phase. If you stand in this top left corner, you're invincible. Yeah, I don't know. Also, when Tiny attacks you, he doesn't actually hurt right on top of him, so you can just stand still and spin him right away. So this boss is kind of a joke, but you know, what can you do? And when we defeat him, we get his power up, which is the super body slam. Basically like triples the radius of your body slam. So there'll be sections where you have to body slam certain crates and you can reach all of them because of the power up. Overall though, it's pretty like worthless. It also has like a longer charge up time. So, you know, it's not very good. I just have to clean up a couple relics in Warp 1 and then we can move on. So no big deal. This is failable if you get like terrible waves, but hopefully that doesn't happen.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm not that concerned.
to get perfect waves here and things to be hunky dory. That's what I say.
I hope so, yeah. There's like we would do like community races of this category, and getting a sapphire basically means that you have to play the level again because it's not a gold and that's not good enough. And it's like a race, obviously. This is the only sapphire I got.
Oh no.
In the race, just because I got like the worst pattern ever. It's so funny. Like out of everything you fail, it's like making waves, relic. Okay, cool. We're actually gonna leave the boneyard revisit for like way later in the run, because in that level there's a colored gem section, and in this game there are 5 colored gems, and they're special in the case that they unlock like unique areas that you can only access if you possess them, like if you've collected them. So the red gem is in Warp Room 3, so we can't get it yet, so we're just gonna leave it there until later. So we're just gonna do this level in Toad Village and then move on. Oh, and also when you complete a time trial, you have to input your initials. But if you just hit the done button, it automatically skips it. So normally you have to do like 3 X presses, but instead you can just press done and you're out. So that's like a small thing, whatever, you know. Adds up though. There's like 30 relics in this game, so it adds up for sure.
It's just like giving an automatic name or something, or you just get like no name there at all?
Yeah, I think it inputs like first or something, like first, second, third, if you put nothing.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is level 1, so you could actually get like the gold relic without even using like any exploits or like the shoes power up. When you beat the game, like the final boss, you get a power up that lets you run. And that's the last thing we're gonna collect in this run.
Oh.
Yeah, you can get every single relic without it. And they actually don't even save that much. They don't even save that much compared to like the movement I'm doing right now. But the main reason we don't do it is because the credits are unskippable and they're like 3 minutes long. So.
Oh yeah, that makes sense then.
Yeah, we don't want to do the Cortex fight until the very end.
I'd say otherwise, yeah, it's really good to have ability to run. That's very fast.
Yeah.
Just naturally, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Now that's Warp 1 done, so now we head to Warp 2. You know, that's how it goes. You complete 5 levels and then you move on. Well, sometimes I guess there's some situations where that doesn't apply, but sure. I do have 2 masks. It's very important that you have masks. Your mask economy is very, very important, because some levels are way worse without them. And these crates right here can only be destroyed with a body slam or invincibility if you have it. So you could already see, like, imagine body slamming that and then just like getting up, and it'd be terrible, so slow.
Yeah, the reason why I guess having your full mask of this is so important, I guess.
Yep. Look at all these crates I would have had to break manually. Like, that's so terrible. Level also introduces.
I don't want to think about that.
Level also introduces nitro crates, which are the green ones. If you touch them, they blow up. That's just how it works. Like, they're just explosive. They're like radioactive, you know. So, but you do need them for the gem. So it's like, oh, how would you go about collecting those? Well, they put like a green switch at the end of a level, and that blows all of them up automatically. So you don't actually have to get them. There's only 2 levels in the game where you have to actually blow them up. So now this bonus is pretty cool. It's like a puzzle. There's like a bridge that you have to build, but if you build the bridge too early, it makes it impossible to get one of the crates. But we're actually gonna get it anyways.
Why not?
Yeah. Gotta bounce off the switch here and then fall onto it before the bridge builds over. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Normally you have to hit the box, turn around, build the bridge, go back. You know.
It's pretty awesome, honestly.
Yeah, it's really cool. We did not get the frog blowing himself up, so the run is really bad. the frogs track you. So if they're on certain patterns, whenever you enter or exit the bonus, they can hop on that nitro and blow themselves up. So
dang, I wish that happened now.
Yeah, I know. Happens pretty often too. I'd say it's like probably 50% or so. Oh well, that's okay.
That's fine.
Maybe he'll do it on the next pass. Who knows?
That'd be funny.
Tomb time here. This is actually the same as any percent this visit because we need the purple gem to get all the crates. This is one of the coolest levels in the run, but during the second pass, which we won't be doing yet. We will see though. We will see. Level features oil. Oil, when you slide on it, it immediately gives you top speed. It's the same as the ice in Crash 2, if you're familiar with Crash 2, rather. Exact same. They just recolored it. You know, it's the same exact thing, but it's very, very good. So I can preserve the speed on it by like hopping after I jump off of it, which I'll be doing at the end here. I have invincibility. I know that's a surprise. All the doors open whenever I have it, so nothing stops me. So that's also another like showcase about how amazing it is.
Just another positive thing about invincibility. Okay, really just so broken. This. It's not using Crash 2 at all. Is what you said earlier.
Yeah, Crash 2 has different tech than this game, and when you get triple in Crash 2, your movement is like I don't know how to describe this to you without it sounding ridiculous, but crawling is the fastest movement with triple in that game.
Oh my god!
The fastest thing you can do is crawl. So you know,
that's kind of dire then. No one. It basically turns off all your fast movement. It's ridiculous. Sheesh.
So Hang 'em High here is the first like Arabian Night level. These are probably overall the hardest levels in the game. They have monkey bars. Once again, look at the triple mask.
Jeez,
okay. Yeah, it probably doubles your speed on monkey bars. It's crazy. There's a box off screen there that I broke because I have invincibility. And yeah, this entire section, also spinning boxes makes you unable to move. So every time you'd spin a box, you would stop. So you could also see in that case how bad that is. But I carry that triple all the way to the bonus, which is like kind of a theme. You just want to carry it to the bonus because the bonus takes it away. Bonus is really hard, so I'm going to like try and focus. Do it perfect. Nice, perfect, amazing. Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did some spin bounces there, which you can do on crates. It's basically the action of spinning on top of a box and buffering a jump. And if you time it properly, you can jump off of a crate while you break it, which is extremely useful. Okay, getting that checkpoint's very good. We don't need masks anymore, except for one, so I can damage on that guy. Broke that box from behind up there. Oh, okay. That guy always trips me up. That movement there is really hard because you got to keep in mind the spin is on a cooldown. So like, I was too early on the square press there. So if I was a little bit later, that part would have been good, but that's okay. Yeah, so I have one mask, and it sounds weird. It's like, why would you want one mask for a level? But it's because Midnight Run is broken, like not in a good way. This level features floating crates. So they're like hovering on they're being held by some like balloon or something. I don't know. But for some reason, there's like a glitch where if you have two masks, they can spawn on the wrong like Y coordinate, and they can spawn under the level.
What the heck?
And you have to actually like die to respawn them correctly. But if you have one mask, it doesn't happen if you have one mask. Unintended jump there off the railing to get up there without the trampoline. That's really good. Otherwise, I'd have to slow down, so I don't want to stop running. This level also has a cuddle skip, which I'll be doing in a minute. Small hole skip here. There's a pit right in front of me, but if I turn left at the right time, I just run over it because I hover in the air for like a tiny bit, not too long. And since I'm running so fast, the pit doesn't actually kill me. Yes, I'm going to jump off this enemy's head off of that flagpole, and if I do it right, I should land on that railing and then slide into the exit, which I perfectly do. So that's cuddle skip in this level. It's pretty awesome. You need a mask, though. So, yeah, it's pretty great. Yeah, this run's just like so much stuff. It's hard to cover it all, but I'm trying my best.
You're doing very well so far, honestly. This is really cool.
Yeah. It's just like the theme of the level changes like every time. It's like, oh, here's the entire control scheme for this. It's like too much. Way too much. The time trial in this level is extremely easy. It's like 40 seconds or something. It's like impossible to fail. You could skip every box. Which reminds me, getting time crates that are not required, like they're off the beaten path, it's very weird for people to like wrap their head around it, but getting a better time in the trial could like lose time in a speed run, if that makes sense, because you're going off, like, you're trying to beeline right to the exit. If you grab some crates that are off to the side just to pause the timer when you don't need to, you just lose time for no reason. So it's a very strange thing to think about, because not a lot of games do this in time trials, really. Mostly just run to the exit and that's it. But yeah, have a mask, so I'm going to do the same thing here. Oh, very good.
Easy every time.
Didn't miss any. Sorry. Feel free to be upset. My bad. My bad.
Sorry,
my
it was
bad.
too good. Oops.
Yeah. What a shame.
How unfortunate.
All right, now we gotta clean up the G-Wiz relic real quick. They actually give you 3 masks in this relic. I can bring up a different thing because of that. Whenever you're not in a time trial and you collect 3 masks, there's like an animation Crash does where he like pops up in the air. It's to like, show you that you got invincibility. You like pop up in the air and then you can move. But if you get tripled during a time trial, the animation doesn't play. And that's just because the devs didn't want you to like stop in a time trial. So they actually like thought about that. There's a mask behind this box right here. They like kind of hit it, but I have ran past it more times than I'd like to admit. Like I just actually didn't see it.
Just mad at you for all the color skips right now.
Oh, really? No.
I feel like it's natural with this, given it's called color skip,
Yeah. Oh, it's such a great animation, guys. You would have loved to have seen it. What a shame that you didn't see it.
Oh, no.
All right, Frog, what do we got? No, he's running away. Unlucky.
Aw, dang.
He did not want to explode today. Tragic. Yeah, just go around these nitro. I can burn a mask on those nitro. I don't need masks for the rest of the warp room, but it doesn't matter. Could have went down in a blaze of glory, but decided not to, I guess. There's one more level, one more new level in this warp room, and it's a new vehicle too, because it's Crash 3 and half the game is driving vehicles. But yeah, we do a hog ride next. There's the first motorcycle level. To get the crystal in a motorcycle level, you just have to get first. And that's what I'm going to do right now. Getting a start boost, like that little wheelie I did, that's like a start boost. You just hold X before the green light flashes. Basically like your Mario Kart or whichever racing game you want to compare it to. There's these boost pads that give you a wheelie. When you're wheeling, you get way less turning, but you're at top speed. And doing basically anything like letting go of X, hitting a ramp, hitting the back of an enemy racer, that just kills your wheelie. So I'm just ignoring everything and then beelining to the exit, holding the wheelie the whole time. And that's why we do the gem later, because you actually need time crates to get the gold relic in this level. So you may as well just ignore everything during the crystal and do it later, because you have to get boxes later. And yeah, just no chance of losing. I'm like miles ahead of everybody, so very good.
Real.
That's the only level where you can do that on the bike. Just hold the wheelie the whole time. The other levels have like, the turns are too difficult and whatnot. And we can fight Dingo Dial, the second boss. Unfortunately, for him, his entire boss fight gets shut down by the all-powerful glitch high jump.
Oh, yeah, I remember this one.
Yeah, it's a classic. Yeah, you can just jump over the fence and just hit him immediately. He's supposed to destroy the walls with his flamethrower, and that's like how you're supposed to get him, but you can just jump over it and completely cheese the fight.
Or Dingo Dial.
Yeah. It's actually a cool fight if you play it normally too, like for a Crash fight. Oh well. Gotta go fast, I guess. When we beat him, we get the double jump, which is, I mean, I can let you guess what that one does. So I don't really need to.
At least one more jump. Could be like 3, maybe? I don't know. One of those.
There's a second arrow, so I think it's trying to tell us what it does. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe I'll use it.
It would be good if a game just had like a double jump. It just gives you like 2 jumps on top of your regular jump. It's double jumps.
Yeah.
It's 2.
Yeah, we don't count the first one. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, what the heck?
So you just go right back into Hog Ride here. And we're just gonna do the 1 cycle for Hog Ride. You just get all the crates and you call it a day. It's nothing too crazy. But the level after this one is the biggest like sequence break and probably the most iconic like thing in the run. You know about Crash 3-105, you probably know about it. So exciting stuff. Hopefully I get a first try. We'll see.
I believe. Honestly, it's been a while since I've seen this front, so I forget what it is. So I'm excited to see it.
I will hold you in suspense.
Yeah.
Yeah, in these levels, there's like the brown dirt on the side. If you touch it, you get slowed. If you're wheeling, it kills your wheelie as well. So you can go in like you can go off the road, but not into the dark dirt. That going that far kills your speed. So you just aren't interested in that. Yeah, we get the gem and complete the trial, win the race. Blah blah blah. And we'll be done with Warp 2 and on to Warp 3, which is, for some reason when they made this game, they decided to put every hard level in Warp 3. I don't know why, but it's the longest warp room and it's also the hardest, so that's a lot of fun. Yeah, we'll be doing Hang'em High Relic here. Hang'em High has the yellow gem, and the intended way to get it is there's a secondary entrance in the 6th warp room, and the 6th warp room puts all of its levels behind relic requirements. So you need 10 relics to access the Hang'em High secret entrance. But we don't need to go there. we don't need that. And they were lucky. They were polite enough to give you 3 masks in this time trial right before the monkey bars. They knew the monkey bars sucked. They were like, all right, let's just give them triple so they can like skip it all. Very, very nice of them. So if you look in the background when I do this area, you'll see the yellow gem peeking behind like the alleyway.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna stand over here and do a neutral slide jump into a double jump and then land on this brown platform. I did very specific movement off screen to manipulate the camera to follow me. If the camera does not follow me, that area doesn't load and you can't collect the gem. So I got the yellow gem during the time trial, and the time trial time is like 52 seconds, I think. So if you mess up the manip on the platform, you can actually fail the trial because of it. So yeah, first try, no problem.
Easy.
It's not as simple as jump over there and that's how you do it. You actually have to do like off-screen movements to trigger the camera. It's really weird, but yeah. Now that we have the yellow gem early, we can go to Warp 3 and go to Dynamite. Guess what gem you need for this level? The yellow one. Oh my gosh, no way. Are you kidding me? So if you weren't able to do that trick, you'd have to go to Warp 6, you'd have to watch a cutscene, play a different section of a different level. You can't do the time trial during it. Like, you'd see how like horrible that would be. It'd be atrociously bad. But yeah, Dynamite here. This level's a nightmare to explain. So this level has a secret exit. It's one of 2 stages with a secret level in it. And it's in the yellow gem section. You saw I went past it. And that's because we need the final checkpoint we collect to be in that section. So what I'm doing right now is I am beelining to the end of the normal path until I get the final checkpoint. And whenever I collect it, I'm going to turn around and go all the way back to the yellow gem.
Oh my.
It's unironically the fastest way to do it, which is crazy, but oh well. I'll do the bonus first, because why not? No reason not to. You could do it later, do it now, whatever. This is probably the worst bonus in the game, because it basically makes you use the super body slam constantly, because they put all these crates all over the floor. You just like kind of walk around and body slam everything.
It's quite comical.
Oh well. Yeah. This final one up here, you can actually die doing if you like time it too early, but hopefully I do not. Yeah, we're all good. You can actually like, it's very funny when you die there because you just go straight down and then you have to do the whole bonus. Awesome. You see the checkpoint down there? We're gonna go get that and then turn around. So we're gonna use this box to get back up here. You don't need it, but it's faster to like use that box. Every box that I left back here, I'm gonna get now while I go backwards. Probably the hardest level to learn if you're new to the run, because you have to learn a giant backtrack in a level that's not meant to be backtracked. This is like OG Crash's most like heinous thing is when they make you do this. There's some levels where you're forced to do something like this.
Yeah, so that
to memorize.
Triceratops chase earlier, except there's no Triceratops.
Yeah. Instead, there's like a billion pits of lava and like a bunch of stuff that you should be able to see, but you can't because you're going backwards. You have to memorize this entire section and where all the boxes are. If you miss certain boxes, you have to remember where they are as you're going backwards. So that's pretty tough. But now we're on the yellow gem section. Some pretty tough boxes, not towards the end of it, but they're pretty cool. These fish enemies, while they're spinning, they're impervious, so they like go off and on with attacking. Just gonna jump over that one. And this one too. They're like terrible enemies, just want to avoid them. I'm gonna light this TNT and then go past here, then body slam this. Yeah, I body slam here and it turns off the animation because I take damage. Damage cancels like the animation you're in, so my body slam got like, what do you call it? It got shut down because I got blown up. And you may have noticed that there was a body slam box back there that when I lit the TNT, it's like normally don't you need to body slam that to break it? That's how those work, right? They're like possible to get otherwise. That's true. But they programmed it wrong. So, when TNTs deload while they're ignited, they have certain boxes that they are programmed to destroy. Because when like PS1 like loads levels in chunks, so when it deloads a chunk and there's a TNT, they don't want you to like not get the crates that it's next to. So they program that body slam box to explode even though it normally shouldn't be able to, which is pretty cool. That'd be a horrible one to get if it didn't do that, so I'm glad it does that.
Yeah.
All right, we got the gem. Now we're gonna die. And that takes us back to the yellow gem area.
Oh.
Because it's the final checkpoint we broke. And now we get to do the secret exit. Remember when I said there was a secret exit 4 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the items we got are stored in our inventory still, even though we went to a different level. So this is Egipus Rex. It doesn't have a crystal, so the clock is automatically spawned. And because I died in Dynamite back there, the global cycles all reset. So I know where every single pterodactyl, like steam geyser is. I know where everything is in this level. So I can be confident with everything I do, which is very important in this run. You just want to be as confident as possible. Bonk my head, if that's okay. It's actually not, but don't worry about it. The next level got way harder.
Oh no.
Spoilers. It's okay, hopefully it's fine. I'm utilizing zigzagging here, like pretty hard. Zigzag is just in PS1 Crash everywhere to begin with, but it's basically the action of alternating diagonal inputs as you move. And diagonals in Crash are faster than going up, down, left, right. So you want to mash diagonal whenever you're sliding or on the baby dinosaur, whatever. Vehicles, that the zigzagging doesn't do anything, but when you're doing a platforming level, you want to be mashing like up, left, up, right, over and over and over to go faster. Yeah, that's Egipus Rex. We throw 5 items here because we have the dynamite stuff too. So we're going to head into Road Crash, but we're not going to play Road Crash. Well, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense that we're not going to play Road Crash. Why are we not going to play this level? I put the second secret level in this warp room also. So we're going to go get it. If we played Egipus Rex perfectly, I would know where every wave is going to be. That's not how it is anymore. So there's going to be a lot of improv and hopefully not too messy of a stage, but we'll see. Genuinely, probably like top 3 like hardest levels in the run. Very, very scary. It's a jet ski level. Shocker that it's hard and it's a jet ski level. We run into that alien sign and it takes us there. I never found this when I was a kid. I don't know how you're supposed to find that, whatever. Once again, no crystal, so we just grabbed the time trial and played the stage. This is the only Crash level that's freeform, like open world. You can go wherever. So you have to route the entire area. You're in like an open sea, so you have to route the entire section, like which way is the best to go, yada yada. Luckily, I started running this game late, so someone figured it out before me.
Great.
I didn't have to do it. Yeah. That's awesome. This is like the only level where I can note that we're running the NTSC version of the game, and it's because the secret levels are actually bugged in a way that normally the time trial in this stage is 30 seconds, which is not enough time to get all the boxes simultaneously. I almost died there, that was close. But in the NTSC version, it's glitched, and it actually copies the level that you enter before you do the secret. So in this case, Rogue Crash. So the gold relic time becomes 120 instead of 30 seconds. So we get way more time, so we can get all the crates at the same time, regardless. So that's great. Yeah, this section, you really have to get like cooperative waves, which I would have had if I just didn't mess up Agathis Rex, but that's okay. This ramp in particular, if there's a bad wave, you just can't get this crate under the water. It's impossible.
Oh my, yeah.
Yeah, so you'd have to turn around to go back on it.
Kind of an evil wave, or kind of an evil crate there, honestly.
Yeah, it's... You can actually go... Like, they want you to hold up to, like, go under the water. Like, when you go off the ramp, you hold up, and it puts you underwater. They don't tell you that. Like, maybe it's in the manual or something, but... It's ridiculous. You can undershoot it. You can actually go below it if you like hold up too long. It's a nightmare. Whatever. This has been pretty clean so far. I almost died, but I like luckily avoided the bomb. That's okay. For being off cycle, the Sock Coco's been chill. It's not over yet though. Something horrible could still happen. But it's almost over. Okay. Got the final ramp here. Kind of a scary one, a little bit. If you turn too late, you can actually die to the bombs. Oof, barely. That's very, very scary one. All good though. And then the exit's right here. This is actually where we started the level. There's like nitro in front of the exit, and you have to go blow up the detonator and come back. It's like the whole point. But we got all the crates, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's a relief that didn't go horribly wrong. Chilling. So now that we did that, we have no masks, because Hot Cocoa has no masks. So we have to go to Dynamite and refill, because the next stages really want you to have 2. Avoiding the grass right there. The grass in these levels slows you a lot. They bring you to a halt, basically, if you touch the grass at all. Something touch grass, you know.
There's some joke to be made there.
Yeah, there's something you
I was
can do
thinking
with
about that too.
I'm not creative enough for that. Different from the box pass, you notice that the dino was already out of his egg, and that's the same logic as like why Crash doesn't pop up when you get triple in the trials. They don't want to waste your time doing like stuff you don't have to do. So I can mash zigzag while I'm on the dino, and it's about as fast as normal movement, but it's way like easier. So I just do it because it's easier. It's okay. And he has like a dismount animation if we don't like damage ourselves. So I like take damage on that lava there. You can't bring him beyond that point anyways, so I just get rid of him Yoshi style, I guess. And normally I'd be trying to keep a pace here. The goal of when you die in Dynamite is to carry the same cycle the entire warp room. Since I flubbed it so early, it doesn't really matter. That's okay though. You know, I didn't need the run to be scripted. I needed to do like a bunch of improv stuff instead to raise the stakes.
Exactly. Keep tensions high.
Yeah. Probably the well, I don't know what the hardest level in this game is. Whatever. One of the hardest levels in the game is next.
There's a few hardest levels for sure.
Yeah, there's... I don't know. It changes every day, probably. High Time asks a lot of you. It also doesn't respect you. It's a brutal combination for a level. But just really, really, really hard movement and like box breaking. Some of the hardest boxes you have to get as well. The bonus is like a big proponent of that. Let that box land on my head, because when boxes land on Crash's head, they automatically break. Even like body slam crates break right away. So the cycle that those carpets were on is actually amazing if I get like a perfect bonus. So that's cool. No pressure, you know. I have to actually focus for this. Aw, man, almost. I held right too early, damn. That's okay. That was almost like perfect, but yeah, I held right too early, right at the end. That's okay.
You're right about those buy some crates also just destroying when lands on his head, because yeah, that was very smooth because of that.
Yeah, you just slip right under them and bonk your head on it and they just break. It's great.
Very convenient to say the least.
Yeah. In a perfect world, I can hold invincibility here until the monkey bar is right at the end. I don't know where the cycles are with the carpets, but it seems like it's okay so far. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna do a risky slide here. It could kill me. Holy crap, not dead. I shouldn't have done that. You could totally die there, but oh well, I didn't die.
It's fine. Okay. Raise the stakes, like we say.
Yeah. Yeah, that part of the level is really laggy, and when these games have like laggy sections, your inputs can get delayed, and they can get delayed so hard that you actually don't get them at all, and you just slide off the carpet and die. That's why I usually don't do that there, but I kind of just felt like it. I don't know, whatever. It's okay. That part that I just did when I entered this level, it can freeze the game, so I'm glad that didn't happen.
That's a good thing, yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, it can there's just a thing that's in the game. They probably didn't like. They're asking a lot out of the PS1 with this level. They put rain in it, and rain like it's not made for this system in this kind of game. I don't know. This level is like visually laggier than like every other stage. It's especially when you get invincibility. It's like super slow. Yeah, you can just jump out of the portal there, and the game just freezes. It's like, all right. It can also unfreeze. So that's like something that could happen.
See?
There's been clips of it like it'll freeze for like 10 seconds, and then it'll just snap and just undo it. It's like what? what is happening? I don't know.
How does this happen?
Yeah. They want you to bonk all of these, but you can actually slide on top of them and break all of them at once. That's pretty cool. Something you can do with the slide is you can slide off crates that are in the air, and then it slides the whole way down, and the slide just melts all the boxes. That's cool. It's some cool movement there to slide off that crate midair and get back to the right side. That bonus is cool. It's just way too much to explain. I don't know. Whatever. There's too much happening.
It's very cool. I agree with you.
Yeah. Now this like, the level's called Double Header. So like this double-headed enemy is only in this level. They're just like if you run into them, they bump you, and if you get hit by the club, they damage you. And if you jump on top of them, they fall over, and their stomach acts as like a trampoline. But you can also slide off of their head if you time it right like that, so you can get some additional speed off of them.
Do you think it's just one large guy of two heads, or is it two people in one large shirt?
I feel like it's two people, because like Cortex is like a scientist. It's probably an experiment that he did.
Could be, yeah.
Gotta be it.
That's true.
Yeah, surely, I don't know. Not a lore head, but maybe.
Hey, Lords and Jack in line this probably.
Yeah, someone hit up Bandipedia immediately. Yeah, so Deep Trouble here. Deep Trouble actually has the red gem that we're looking for. Yeah, I mean, it's a warp 3 level, so I'm not going to like reiterate that it's hard, but it is hard. Knowing where the enemies is like super important. I got bad news. I don't know where they are, so that's okay. We'll just take it a bit slower than I would like. That's no problem. This might be like the worst thing of all time to hear, but this is a water level with backtracking.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I personally like the water levels in this game, but like a casual playthrough, it is pretty late. It's a nightmare, so I don't blame you.
Water levels seem pretty fun, honestly. I've enjoyed the couple we've seen so far.
Yeah, they're really cool because in a speedrun, because when you get crates, walls and boxes in this game, if you spin up against them, they actually completely stop you in your tracks. So you actually want to like spin before you touch crates in this level. So you actually have to like, oh man, that happened to me in practice. I'm not even kidding. Okay, so I have to die because of that. My missile despawned because it what do you call it? It traveled the max distance it could, but it didn't hit the shark, so it despawned. That's pretty unfortunate, but oh well, that's okay. I needed to have like robotic reaction time to fix that. That's no problem. I mean, we just got a checkpoint, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, there's a switch off screen there that I shot, and now we can backtrack. And there was a fork in the road earlier in the stage, and we're gonna go back to the other path there. We'll be slightly more careful now that I have no mask. Not at this part. This part's cool. I have to do this part. There's TNT here. You do that instead of waiting for it to blow up.
I see.
That's pretty awesome. That's really easy, by the way. You just press left and square, and it just does that. I would try and be like, oh, that's really hard. It's not. Don't worry.
You can do it at home.
Yeah. Okay, but don't be on top of the TNT. It doesn't work. You have to be you have to be beside it. You'll blow yourself up. Don't do that. So normally if I had masks, I would be damaged through all that stuff, but that's okay. Rare case of 2 gems side by side, so I get the clear gem and the red gem at the same time. It's like a dopamine rush as like when you're a kid playing this game, 2 gems at once. Because you actually have to backtrack to get the box gem as well, so you can only get them at once. Okay, we will just do doubleheader relic. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Fingers crossed. This is the last time we go here, so. Oh yeah, we're chilling. I wasn't worried. It's really rare for it to happen, but like I'm still scared, you know?
Yeah.
Very, very rare. It's probably happened to me like 5 times ever. And like most of the time it was on like a PS2 that was kind of shoddy, so it's whatever. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, same story as like G-Wiz Toad Village. It's just a time trial where you get triple. The guys with the 2 heads, if they club you while you have triple, they actually kill all your speed. So you do have to actually avoid them a little bit if you're sliding next to them. But usually with the way I space it, it shouldn't happen. But there's an enemy that exists that can challenge the triple mask. But he's only in 1 level, so I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, it wears off right at the end. Very nice. And now we will be... Where do we go next? Road Crash, I think. I don't even have my splits open, so I'm trying to remember the route. Yeah, we go to Road Crash next.
That's not a good sign to hear. Where do we go next from the runner?
I changed my Warp 3 route like a month ago, so I did the same route for like probably a year plus, and then I changed it like because it was slightly better. Now I just don't remember, but I'm doing it right. I think it's okay.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. If it's a little off, it'll be fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as I don't forget an item, and then like I think I'm done with the run, and then it's not actually done, then it's like kind of awkward. But I haven't missed anything. It's okay.
That's good. Yeah. You can't do most of the things after all. Do all the things.
Yeah. I would never besmirch the name of do all the things. I would never do that.
Thank you. It's much appreciated.
Yeah, so Road Crash is the second bike level in the game. It's also the hardest. That makes sense. Yeah, whoever put the levels in order, that makes a lot of sense. It's the only bike level in the game that's the track is actually a circle. Like if you zoom out, it's actually a track. Every other bike level is a straight line in a way. So the turns are really hard for that reason. I think they just wanted to make a level like that, and they didn't realize how messed up it was until they did it. I don't know. But it's very common for new runners to lose the race here. Genuinely, it's like actually hard to win the race if you have to know how the bike works really, really well to have a chance. There's a ramp skip I'll try and do here. You clip the side of the boost pad and you get around the ramp and hold the wheelie longer than you're supposed to. You're not supposed to have the wheelie here. So same story here, just gonna go around the ramp and then let go because the turn is too tight. That's like kind of an unintended thing in this level. It's pretty cool. And we have no chance of losing. I could probably fall in a hole and still win. If you fall in a hole, you it's like Mario Kart Lakitu, like your mask picks you up and puts you back down, but it takes like 5 seconds. It takes forever.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It's usually wraps, depending on what level it is, if that happens, but all good. And we have 2 masks for a reason. We actually need them for the boss. They actually save time in the boss fight. Entropy, the third boss, he shoots a projectile at you, or multiple, depending on what phase it is. And it just travels until it hits the back of the map. And then when it does that, he starts doing this laser attack. So what we're going to do, first we're just going to hit him like this. This doesn't really save that much time, but you can get over here early, whatever. We're going to use these platforms on the side of the arena to get to him early. And whenever he spawns his final projectile of the phase, we're going to take damage on it. And that starts the laser attack 2.5 seconds early. So if we do that twice, we save 5 seconds. And I'm sitting down here because if you stand next to him while he's doing his normal moves, he does like an insta-kill move that even if you have masks, you just die instantly.
That's just mean. How would he do that?
How dare they put anti-cheese in the fight? What the? Yeah, it's that move he does right there when he slams the fork. But since I have iframes, it doesn't kill me. See, I just sit down here. I can stand down here. I'm just standing. They can't touch me. So. Very cool. We beat him, and we get the Death Tornado Spin power-up, which is just like a hover move. You mash the square button, and you hover midair. It gives you more airtime. That's very useful in certain areas of the game. With zigzag as well. You can zigzag during it and just get a lot of distance.
Yeah, it sounds really good, honestly.
Yeah, it's probably the most fun power-up, I would say, just in general. Now we have 3 more relics to get, and that'll be the end of Warp 3. And I believe that'll be when the intermission takes place. So that'll be
absolutely chill. Yeah.
And once again, we're one-cycling the bike level for the same reason as Hog Ride. It's like we wheelie less because we have to get all the crates. So we may as well do it during the trial. Same exact thought process. The enemy racers are always the same. They don't have any inconsistencies. They are extremely oppressive, though. If they bump you or whatever, like if you bump behind them, you like lose a lot of speed. If they bump the side of you, they can like toss you like 90 degrees off the track. It's like extremely rude sometimes. So getting owned by them is like pretty common. This part coming up, I could actually like get pretty owned if I don't steer around him perfectly. We'll see. If I even do it, I don't know. Probably do it. Oh yeah, so you have to go off the ramp there and not run into him. If I like clip him when I touch the ramp, I'm flying off the level and missing the boxes. That part's really scary. Once again, the ramp skip. There's like a lineup you can do and it just works. So sometimes you can't get the lineup quite right and then you have trouble, but that was like a problem. This is a very hard relic for a lot of players to get. I believe it's like, yeah, it's 120, I believe. But if you play like exceptionally well, you can get like a 113, which I don't think this is quite 113, but it's probably low 14 if I had to guess. Which is, great, amazing.
Still very good, yeah.
Yeah, it's just ridiculously good.
Yeah,
not quite. That's okay. That's still amazing, by the way. I don't mean to like seem downtrodden by that. It's really good.
Oh no, just 114. Ooh.
Oh, I didn't save half a second more. Oh my gosh.
Dang it.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
It's totally fine.
Yep. So we're gonna do high time 1 cycle. So this level has a colored gem in it, so like it has an alternate path, and we're gonna do the alt path during the time trial. It has like a death route platform, which is like a platform with a skull and crossbones on it. The mechanic with those platforms is like if you die in the stage, the platform despawns. But because I died in the time trial right there, it actually stays. It doesn't count. Once again, the devs being nice about time trials. I'm out of bounds, by the way. I forgot I do that. You go out of bounds here so you don't go on the bars. Yeah. We do that again in the death route itself, but yeah, you said you do a cheeky glitch high double jump off of the scenery, and that gets you out of bounds on top of the monkey bars.
I love I can do that in this game too. I used to ride one of the GBA Crash games, and one of the levels in that one had a same tech to it as well.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
This monkey bar skip is way harder to do. Hopefully, I can like not die doing it.
Nice.
Okay. The scary part is actually when you're up there because parts of the floor aren't solid. So you can actually just fall through the floor and die there.
That makes sense actually. You're not supposed to stand there, so it makes sense why it's not solid though.
It's kind of like a tightrope walk a little bit. That was good, 51.8. Depending on what relic time you get actually affects the next stage. You make a pretty tight cycle in the next level because we died in high time. It changes the cycles up to be consistent. So Deep Trouble's relic will be the same every single time because of that. So if I made mistakes in high time, it would be different, it would be bad, and everything would be horrible. But because it was good, then we are on track here. So I know for a fact that this pufferfish is going to be rising up, so I'm just going to wait for him and then shoot him and then go. And because I made it here this fast, I can barely beat this thing. Barely beat that. See, it's like you like actually have to play high time that well to make that cycle. Super, super important. That's like the whole run, basically, is that idea. So you want to just keep doing stuff like that to avoid waiting ever. Very, very intricate routing and whatnot for a run this long. It's very, very long.
Mm-hmm.
They give you a ton of masks in this level, so I'm just burning them on these drains. The drains are actually a rare like spawn cycle hazard, which is when the level spawns it in, that's when like the drain starts swirling. Right here, knowing where this fish is super important because beating that drain is very hard to do if you hesitate. So not hesitating there means I barely beat it out. And then this pufferfish right here is going to be rising up and I can barely squeeze by him on the ceiling like that. So I know exactly where things are. It's very, very important.
Very
that's warp.
right
That's warp 3. That's warp 3 done. So that is about the halfway mark of the run. I believe we're doing an intermission at this point.
Indeed, we are. Yeah, just tell us when to pause.
Right when I feel the relic. Yeah, we just pause right now.
All right. In that case, we're gonna go for a quick break real fast. We do everything hotfix here to ensure our wellness and keep the lights on in the studio and all that good stuff. So back just a little bit, everybody. Stick around. Welcome back, everybody, to Do All the Things, a hotfix show about harpist speedruns and completionist categories in general. I'm your host, Mr. Shasta, and we're halfway through this Crash Bandicoot Warp's 105% run right now. I say let's get back to it. It's been a lot of fun to watch so far. Let's do it, Pi.
All right, let's do it. Start the timer back up in like 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so we are done with Warp 3. Warp 3 is done. We're going to go back to Warp 1. And the reason for that is we have unfinished business. We have to take care of Boneyard real quick. Because now that we have the red gem from Deep Trouble, we have to get Boneyard's one cycle done. So once again, we're going to be doing the time trial and an alternate route at the same time. Very important that you learn the backtrack for it. It is a chase section in the alternate path, so learning it is very, very important. It's way harder than like every other chase section in the game. So, and if your movement's not like super clean, you can have trouble making the time prerequisite. You have to beat a minute 40. In a good world, we'll get like 131 or so. So we have time to play with. Gonna do a stick here onto this platform. So instead of jumping onto the platform, like ascending, descending, if you neutral slide jump into it, you actually clip it while you're ascending, and that automatically triggers it. So any platform that's off the ground, we want to stick to it. I probably did that a bunch of times throughout the run, but I just remembered that I do it, so it's okay. Using the Death Tornado spin to like go over this grass here and zigzagging at the same time. Without the zigzag, I wouldn't actually make it that far, so you could. And also the amount of spins you do while you do Death Tornado spin matters. I think you can do up to like 5, but you don't want to do 5 all the time because you'll mess up your spacing a lot. I usually do like 2 or 3 every jump because with zigzag you don't need that many spins. Yeah, memorizing all of this while going fast, super, super important. Because especially if you're spamming the slide button, because in Crash games, slide and body slam are on the same button. So if you get clipped by a hazard and buffer a slide, you'll body slam, and then you get crushed by the dino. And knowledge is power, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Warp 1 is officially done. We will never set foot in this area again.
Hooray!
Now to clean up Warp 2, and then we can go to Warp 4, finally. Now that we have the purple gem, we can go to Tomb Time. This is probably the hardest level in the run from like a relatively sane perspective. We are going to get every box. There are boxes in the alternate path. So we are going to get every box in the alternate path, as well as the gem in the alternate path during the trial. And you may notice, like, what is he doing? Like, he goes past the clock. He goes to the bonus. That's because you can't do the bonus during time trials. So I grabbed 0 checkpoints up until this point, and the reason for that is we want to respawn at the beginning of the stage. And when you die after a bonus, you go back to the last checkpoint. So if we haven't collected any, we'll go to the start of the level. Bonus save here. And I respawn at the beginning of the level. And I'll be grabbing every box in the stage at the same time as the time trial. So for reference, the gold relic here is 1 minute 10 seconds. On average, if I play amazing, I will get like a low 108. So I have about 2 seconds to play with, which is barely anything. Being very meticulous with my movement here. Glitching off the button. Glitch low onto the pull board there. All good. Carry triple up until those last 2 crates, and now we can grab the gem and get to the exit here. Okay. So yeah, 108, about mid 108, which is what you should get here.
Very nice.
One of the coolest levels in this portion of the run, I should say. One of the hardest as well. It's very very, very, very difficult to do that. I believe like it took me about I think I played the level for like 4 hours straight before I hit it once. Like, it's extremely, and that's after playing Crash 2 for like a long time. So, and being good at the movement, it's just extremely hard to do that. Yeah, so now we have Tomb Raider here. First level in Warp 4. Features water, but like not the swimming kind. It's the insta-kill kind. So it rises and falls on a cycle, so I know when it's coming up and down. So if I fall in the water when it's too high, it will insta-kill me. So I have to be very careful about that. Gonna bonk on the switch here. The bridge gets built, but I break that crate before it builds over it. Very important. I'm gonna double jump, bonk that switch, grab those boxes, and then hover over to the TNT and light it, and then blow everything up. So now that everything is, those boxes that blew up, if I die before the next checkpoint, they will not save.
Ooh.
Because they exploded after the bonus was like quote unquote finished. I just need to like kind of not die until the next checkpoint, so I'll be a little bit safer than normal. Yeah, we already got it, so we're all right. Okay.
Nothing to worry about.
All right, a bit dicey because I'm a little slow here. Okay. Actually gonna use the Scarab as a extra bounce here to get over this. It's in my best interest to wait here, so I'll just I'll wait on this guy. You can body slam on him for fun, you know. Just chill out. That's all right. So when the water is slightly high, you go a bit slower in it, and then when it's all the way up, it kills you. So be very cautious about all that. Yeah, not too bad of a Tomb Raider. Didn't die, so it's fast. That's how speedrunning works. Yes.
That is true. That is true. I confirm.
Now we'll do the third tomb level in a row. That's just part of the routing. You aren't made to do this many in a row, but I had to clean up Warp 2. So there's boxes behind the start of this level. That's pretty nice. That's pretty respectful, I think.
It's a little bit mean, I would say. You really check back there normally.
No, it's evil. Yeah, we get triple right at the start. The doors stay open, and then we can corner cut this, skip all of that with the hover. And then just carry triple as far as we can so we can get through all the potential things that'll stop us. Get all the boxes on the way. These boxes right here can be a bit tricky to get. In general, with stacks of crates, you want to do like a glitch low jump, which is like, you know, glitch high jump is slide, jump, and then spin. So naturally, glitch low is slide, spin, and then jump. It just gives you like a shorter jump, but the spin breaks all the crates. That's what glitch low is referring to there. You're supposed to wait on that platform, but with double jump and zigzag, you can just go past it. So that's nice. Sphinx bonus here. There's a lot of TNTs that you have to light, some of which will take care of unorthodox ways. Actually spin bounce these TNTs to blow them up without taking damage, without having to wait on the timer, and then we'll body slam that one because it's on the bottom of a stack, so we don't want to spin the boxes and then wait. The weird thing about TNTs is if they fall from a certain amount of height, they will, if they fall from any height, that is, the timer will automatically start, but only if there's a crate on top of them. If there's no box on top, they don't light. That's like a really weird thing that like some people don't know about, and then they're like, why didn't I get like all the boxes? And that's why. It's kind of a weird thing. All right, next we have Tell No Tales. Extremely long jet ski level, which is to say that it's very hard in this run. In any percent, genuinely, when I did this run live and I did this level in any percent, I couldn't tell you like what to say here. Like, I was like, Dono reader, please read for like 3 minutes straight. I got nothing. But this level has like a lot of, in completion, the waves are actually very, very like interesting if you deal with it enough. The seagulls there are on a cycle. So sometimes if you're on a bad cycle, they'll just camp the box and you actually have to wait unless you want to burn a mask on it. Those anchor guys are also like, that guy back there is very weird. Like during the box pass, you want to go left against him, but in the relic, you want to go right. I feel like it has to do with when you spawn him, but I don't know. It's very strange. There's some boxes huddled in these islands here that we can get with like diagonal turning. It'd be very annoying to get them otherwise. We can use like diagonals to grab them real quick. Real smooth. This is the worst ramp in the game. Most ramps are designed where if there's no wave and the water is like flat, you'll get the crates. But that one, you just miss unless there's a wave, either picking it up or lowering it, depending. So like, it's very common to either overshoot or just completely whiff those crates, and it can snowball really fast. Like you miss like 3 times in a row, it's over. You know, you do all this and then that happens. It's pretty brutal. We do have to turn around for this box, and then there is a optional section off to the side with this pirate ship that has crates, so we have to go get it. The cannonballs here can clip me, which would be kind of annoying because anything that damages you in these levels pops you in the air, and if there's a crate in front of you and you get popped up, you're going over it, so you're gonna have to turn around. Turning around is real bad. So far, so good though. There's another ship here with cannonballs. I'm just going to damage on this shark so I don't have to deal with them. Just use the iframes to get through there. That part is like kind of awkward to do if you don't have iframes. No problem. And some of the bombs move at different speeds. Some of them are extremely fast, and then some barely move, and they have no indicators to differentiate them. So you just have to know which ones are like lightning fast and which ones barely move at all. Pretty brutal. I had to slow down like crazy there because you saw how high the wave lifted the ramp. Like I had to almost come to a dead stop to get those crates, and I still almost missed them. Yeah, we got everything, and we're out of here, so that's nice.
Nice and smooth.
Yeah, let's take a break from that level because I don't want to play it again right now. Let's do bye-bye blimps, you know. New vehicle. Yeah, we're like end of warp 4, new vehicle. In the middle, I guess. The airplane. Airplane, you shoot with R1 and then some other button that I don't use. I don't remember. Probably X or something, or circle. And you have to shoot all of the blimps. The counter on the bottom right is like what you have to shoot to get the crystal. And when you destroy all of them, the level automatically ends. So you have to get all the boxes before you get all the blimps here. Or else you will miss the gem. Weird thing about the blimps is as you deal damage to them, they sink. So if you're aiming at the top of the blimp, as you deal damage, you'll start to miss them. So you actually want to aim at the lower half. And also, blimps become hittable before boxes, like way before. So that box right now is not hittable, but the blimp was. So I just shoot the blimp. Very, very strange. Like they just render way earlier for some reason. Weird PS1 stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need this box first, so I'm just going to grab it and then turn and shoot the blimp here. And there we go. There have been times where I've like shot at that last box and it hasn't loaded in yet, and then I preemptively turn and it hasn't loaded yet. So I'm like trying to time it right, but I time it too early and then I like already commit to the turn. And I'll just beat the level and I'll be like, no. No.
Last box.
Yeah. You're actually just cooked if that happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Time trial is like kind of a different route, a little bit, like a tiny bit. But you have to shoot the clock here before you can start the trial. And these little planes, if you shoot one of the little planes before you hit the clock despawns. So if you pre-fire the clock and then they get in front of you, you have to re-enter the level. So that's like an RNG, like 20-second time loss that can happen. That's pretty tough. I didn't mention, but the planes do shoot at you. The spin that I'm doing makes you impervious to their damage. The planes in this level are a joke. They do like no damage, but the next airplane level, they do 1 billion damage, so they'll be pretty dangerous. It goes from like 0 to 100 with these guys in these levels. Yeah, 34 in blimps, not too bad.
Very good.
Sadly, I have a heavy heart. We have to go back to Tono Tales.
Well,
so if there's anything you want to talk about, hey, listen, you can do it. Feel free, you got time.
I do have stuff I can plug, I guess. That's true. For instance, we have on GDQ Hotfix coming up March 21st, 22nd, we have our Trans Day Visibility. That is our celebration of that. Yeah, GDQ Hotfix will be showing off transgender speedrunners for in our annual second annual. I can't read today. I'm sorry. International Transgender Day Visibility celebration. So yeah, runs for that are open right now for March until March 1st. So use exclamation mark TDOV in chat to learn more about that. That should be a lot of fun, honestly.
Yeah, it should be.
So
I hope you guys enjoy that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you just kind of go through the end here, right? Nothing more to it. So you got the what you needed earlier.
Yeah, I got the gem already. You don't even need masks. You just have to get to the end without losing the trial. Like,
yeah,
you need you have to be like a 125. You can fail it if you miss like most of the crates. So sometimes if you're like asleep at the wheel or something and you like miss too many, it can be tight. But I'm making a conscious effort to like get more than I usually do, so should be all right. But yeah, we don't even need masks. So there's really nothing that can go horribly wrong. Knock on wood.
Mm-hmm. So I gather the jet ski is not usually your favorite vehicle in this game, right?
It's interesting because it genuinely takes like more knowledge than anything else in the game by like a mile. Like you need so much like experience with it to not get destroyed sometimes. But no, I don't like it. I don't really like it that much.
That's fair for sure. Which vehicle is like, your favorite then?
It might be the scuba gear, it might be the underwater stuff. Like the underwater levels are actually really, really good when you like when you get good at them. That is a lot of fun to play. For
sure, yeah.
Which is good because it's the first level. Like,
believe it or not, there are good water levels in video games.
Yeah, they definitely exist.
Mm-hmm. There are a few for sure. Like I'm not someone who usually is like against water levels, like some people are out there.
Yeah.
There's
Super Mario World is the one that comes to mind. Like I like that you can like adjust how fast you swim upwards, and like carrying an item makes you go fast to the sides. I think that's a lot of fun. Like You
Oh,
should
yeah.
add more mechanics to it besides like hold the direction and tap X to paddle, you know?
Just give it a little more
Oh,
sauce for sure. Yeah.
I misinput pause and the pause screen said 6-7%. That was not on purpose. That was just an observation. My thumb slipped. It's inescapable. Okay, we're doing Tomb Raider 1 cycle now. The blue gems in this level. Weird trivia. I feel like it was on accident. It's extremely weird. In all 3 games, in the first 3 crashes that have the blue gem, their initials for the name of the stage, every game is TW for some reason. Crash 1, Toxic Waste. Crash 2, Turtle Woods. This game, Tomb Raider. I don't know why that is the case. I don't know if it's on purpose or why they all have the blue gem. I don't know. Very weird. It's probably just because there's water in this level. I know. It's like what?
There's no way it's not deliberate.
It's way too coincidental. Meanwhile, it's like, yeah, we put it in because the water's blue. Whatever.
That'd be better then.
Yeah. Yes, I died at the start of the level. Same exact thought process as every other intentional death in this run. I need to know where everything is, and it sets up the next 2 stages of cycles. Giant death tornado spin here to hover over the water and then barely hopping out when it gets low enough to not die in. Then I'm going to trigger this lever and then jump on this pull board and hover to the end here. So if that pull board is not there, I just drown. So I need the cycle to be aligned, right? There you go. Yeah, 111 is par for the course, so now Sphinxinator will be manipped properly, and the level after will also be set up. Sphinxinator has a ton of doors, so it's important that they're all out of your way when you get to them. And also this level requires the blue gem to do the alternate path, so it's directly after. So that's a nice like routing thing. You know, thank goodness that you can get gems during the trials like this, because you have to play every level like 3 times. Or some of them, I guess. You actually play every level twice in this run, not counting like Road Crash. You could play some levels once if they have no crystal, but only playing every level once in Crash 3 is pretty, or twice in Crash 3 is pretty cool. It's designed that way, to a degree. Yeah, this door like is the only one that's like kind of weight heavy, and then after that we're cruising. And I need these 2 masks for the next stage. It's very important that I don't get clipped. This entire gimmick here is that the entire floor is oil, which is great because oil's fun. It gives me top speed instantly, so I get to move really fast, and it's awesome. So all these hazards are just a joke because I'm going so fast. But I just do slide spins on the ground, and that's that.
It's honestly a Speedrunner's paradise at that point.
Yeah. And while I'm airborne, I maintain the oil speed, so that's why I hover there a bit. Because normally if I land on the ground, I would go slower. Not that it matters that much, because it's all a cycle anyways, but, you know. If you jump too high and hover too long, you can exit without the gem, because you can't turn around when you're manipulated by ice physics. So you just, like, fly over the gem and leave. So you're like, no! The next is level 19. We're not going there, though. We're going to Warp 6 for the first time. Because to get the box gem, we have to go to button number 29, which is an alternate entrance to the level. It is only accessible if you have 20 relics. And we can only go here because we did the 2 secret levels in Warp 3 to give us enough to come here. Normally you'd have to come here after Warp 4 is done, which will give you an extra visit to this stage. But since we did the secret levels, we can come here early and do everything at once. This level, the future levels have like really, really massive enemies. And the spin, when you spin, your hitbox is also larger. So you have to be very, very careful. Cute little slide into glitch high there to break all of those. And then spinning this box below the TNT to light it and then leaving it there. They should have 37 boxes. Yep. Pretty good. Pretty good. But because this has an alternate entrance, they spit you out at the middle of the normal level. So that means we have to go backwards. I don't know why they make you do this, because like a casual player doing this is like a nightmare. It's actually a nightmare. Not this part. This part's okay. The next part is the problem. Backtracking's fine when it's 2.5D, but when it's against the camera, like this part that I'm going to, it's gonna be rough. Well, for you. For me, it's like fine, maybe. I don't know.
It's a little tricky regardless, I would say.
Yeah.
Be professional, you got this.
Yeah. There's these giant laser walls. You just can't see them. So like if you're just walking against the camera, I run into them, ow, you know, it's like, oh, I die, I have to do it again, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Not friendly, not nice. I don't get it. Why would you do this? It's messed up, dude. Yeah, I'm just getting all the boxes and then turning around. These are the last 4 we need. Now I'm going back to finish level normally. And you have to grab this box next to the nitro. When nitros blow up off screen from the detonator, they don't collect anything because the level is not loaded in. They did it for TNTs, but not every nitro in the game. So if a box is next to a nitro, you have to get it. In the remake, you don't have to, but whatever. I'm talking about this game. Now they want you to crawl here, but you can just glitch high into a slide off of it instead. That's like 10 million times better. And I saved that mask there for this reason, to get triple at this part, because if I got triple early, I would just walk over to that platform and it would take it away. And I wouldn't have triple for all of this. So that's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Doing all of this without invincibility. Look at those boxes, for example. You just break all those, keep going. Like, super good. Slide onto the bonus. This bonus has a lot more of that principle of like sliding from height and breaking all the crates with the slide, which is pretty cool. They want you to spin all of them, but you can just break them all with the slide mainly. And do like a small hover here to break these, and we're out. Very, very long level. The future levels are just long. It's just how they're made. They're long because they make you backtrack, you know. It's like if it was a normal level where you just go forward, then it wouldn't be bad, but oh well.
Doesn't help either. This is like technically the second last level in the entire game.
Well,
technically, right? It's 29 out of 30.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, I thought you meant like Warp 5 or something.
No, I know you still have more.
Oh, you're so right. That opened my eyes a little bit. I never thought about it like that. Yeah, we got both the gems and the crystal there, and last crystal in the warp, so now we fight the boss. Engine is an airplane fight with Coco. It's like a Star Fox type fight. There's just flashing things on a mech, and you have to shoot them. It has 2 phases, because Engine has to have like a giant health bar. It's like his thing, I guess. You want to shoot the middle part, and then shoot the shoulders, and then when he pulls the guns out, you want to destroy the guns. You want to destroy the shoulder last. You can destroy like the shoulders so well that you get the gun last, but for some reason the animation like takes longer if you do the gun last, so I just save one of the shoulders personally. So phase 2, he's either going to tilt up or down. Hopefully he tilts up here, that'd be nice. The side bits are going to open right away. He does tilt up. I can destroy this and then turn to the right side immediately, and then destroy the right side in the same cycle, which is really fast and good and awesome. And I destroy this bottom bit, and I just take care of the top, and then we're chilling. Getting those 2 side bits in the same cycle is really, really good. Sometimes he'll give you a bad pattern and he'll like sway really low and then you can't get them at all and it's hooked, but that was good. Can't quite find lethal on that. There we go. Yeah, that's Engine. He gives us the fruit bazooka. We actually, well, yeah, we do use this. I was gonna say we don't use it. We do. It's basically it's a power-up where you stand still and you pull out a reticle and you get to shoot boxes or enemies from far away. There actually is points in the run where it's better to use it than to not use it. That's pretty cool.
That rules,
I entered the wrong
honestly.
level. I entered the wrong level on accident.
Oh, no.
That's okay. That's all right. I probably took my thumb off the controller and then I like inputted diagonal instead of up. Oh well, that's okay. I want to go to Future Frenzy and do the relic.
Honestly, how you select levels in this game, I'm surprised it happened sooner, because that's a...
I know, right?
Yeah.
They give you no warning or anything.
I would have done it like 5 times by now at this point.
You're just in when you commit to it. Can't say I've like killed a run to it before, but it'd be pretty tragic.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so lasers in this part are like really obnoxious because you have no mask. Like if you had a mask, you feel like a bit safer about it, but oh well. Stick to that platform. They do give you triple despite no masks in the first like 20 seconds, which is nice. I appreciate that because level that triple is kind of hard to play. This is the last level in Hub 4, so we'll be going to Hub 5 after, doing the final stretch. Ow. I'm shocked that hit me, to be honest, but that's okay. There's actually no masks in the next level, so I don't even need to like preserve triple for the level after this. They give you 0 masks. I guess that's how they tell you that you're in the end game. I don't know.
For real.
Basically, your punishment for not having triples, you have to double jump a little bit more. Double jumping is actually like bad in this game for a speedrun because it gives you additional height, which is good, but it also stalls your forward momentum completely. Which I think is a good idea, because you'd be really slippery otherwise, but in a speedrun, you just don't really want to double jump that much unless you're actually going up. And that's why knowing where everything is super important, because the double jump kind of exists for you to like use when you hesitate. And you don't want to hesitate in a speedrun, you just want to go. That's okay. It's so funny they entered a different level. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's very silly. I haven't done that in so long. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, now you just have Warp 5. We do Flaming Passion first because, funnily enough, the other 2 platforming levels require the green gem, and this level has the green gem. So you actually have to go here first, no matter what, if you're doing the... unless you do the vehicle levels first, but I'm not going to do that. So this level has a death route, so if I die early, I have to re-enter the stage. That would never, ever, ever happen, though, so I'm not really concerned. Just kind of stating it out loud, you know.
Yeah.
Applied that TNT there to blow it up automatically, not having to bounce on it. That requires pretty tight spacing to do. Pretty cool. Bonk off the ceiling there to bounce on the TNT, and I body slam through that tarp, which is not intentional. I don't know. I used the fruit bazooka right there. Wow. I think you used it like twice. Like that's one of the only times you use it. Because when you exit the death route, it takes you past that box, so you want to shoot it before you go on. Very, very interesting and cool. This part has like a ton of invisible walls. You can't corner cut here like at all. You have to follow the path. They just put it's like every remake level. There's just invisible walls everywhere. So, oh well.
Just how it be, I guess.
So yeah, I'm past where that box was. So because I shot it, I don't need to go backwards. Now we can just progress like usual. Would prefer to have 2 masks for this bonus, but you can do it with just 1. Because we have the bazooka, they're done giving us nitro detonators because they want us to shoot all the nitro, but we're not going to do that. Maybe, I don't know. You can actually jump off nitro if you time it properly. That is called a nitro bounce, and you just take no damage whenever you do that. You can only do it in Crash 3. If you do it in Crash 2, you will die every time, so don't do that. It is a Crash 3 only glitch. Nice. A clean ending. Good. Once again, that level's very hard. That was a very hard level.
Not too easy, yeah. Good stuff. John's also popping off about the bazooka usage too.
We have no masks, so we're gonna go into the time trial. In the time trial, they actually give you 3. So we're gonna go back in here to get some masks for the next level. They kind of just have this thought process where it's like, yeah, triple's fun. Let's just give them triple when they do time trial, which is, yeah, it's a good idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you, devs.
Same trick here with the clipping through the tarp. It's just double jump, spin into a body slam, just clip through the tarp and bounce off it. Way better than most other things you can do there, so. Yeah, we just carry this triple all the way to the end. Should carry it until like way before it wears off. Level's not that long if you just beeline to the end. Yeah, so just hold it the whole time. I have the green gems, so we can actually play the other levels and complete them. Very good. Very, very nice. On tomorrow is the last future level. There's only 2, which is hallelujah. Surely there's not a game where there's 3 of them. That would never happen.
Oh, surely.
That's a joke that the remake has a third DLC level that's a future level, and it's, guess what? It's very long and it is backtracking. Oh, cool.
Oh, no.
At least it's thematic.
Yeah, these are consistent, I guess.
Yeah, it was a good idea. These giant robot guys, they shoot 3 missiles and then you can like spin them and kill them. But if you have triple, you can just run into them and they explode. So that's cool. I'm gonna do a glitch low into a hover here to clip this switch off screen. You're supposed to shoot them, but I'm actually clipping it to trigger it and then leaving because we're coming back here later. So that saves me having to pull the bazooka out later, doing that little maneuver. Pretty cool. Saving that checkpoint because there's not a lot of checkpoints in this level and I might want it later in case something terrible happens. Leaving that TNT as well, very important that I leave that around. Once again, this bonus is more TNT and nitro bounces. Hopefully I can nail. This last one is RNG because they're a stack of nitro. Stack of nitros can just hop randomly. Okay, they stood still, so I did it. So we're all good. Keeping a mask out of that bonus is very good. Makes the rest of the level like way safer. Yeah, they want you to pull the bazooka out like 3 times to do that bonus, and that's horrendously slow. So we're just gonna bounce on the explosions.
Don't got time for that. Not at all.
No.
You got the ammo for it, but not the time.
Oh, yeah. All the ammo in the world. So this section will spit me back out near the start of the level. Because of like how the levels... There's going to be a switch at the end of this section, and it's going to trigger... it's going to spawn in some boxes at the start of the level. So they want you to come here, hit this switch, and then do the beginning all over again, basically. Just ridiculous. I don't know why they make you do all this. Whatever. I took care of most of it. Yeah, on the first pass, I took care of most of it. So I just need to come up and grab these things, and then we can go forward again. A glitch high double jump with a spin there to break all of those, and then because I hit that switch over there, I don't have to shoot it, so I can just grab those right away. So getting the switch with triple mask there is super good. And I saved this checkpoint, so I can just break it in case I die. If I don't die, it's worthless to do that, but it doesn't matter. Whatever. It doesn't lose time to do, so whoops. That's the first miss input I've done so far. That's pretty good. All good. Yeah, there's boxes under that like iron bridge, and I need that TNT to get them. So okay, that's not true. I'm lying. You can actually shoot them, but like that's slow, so whatever. It doesn't matter. Bounce on that crate, and then we just mosey on to the ending here. I haven't been checking my box count. It's just I've been going out vibes, and I've been right every time, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Mm-hmm. Vibes tell me I've got everything.
It seems like it's hard to like get every box too, considering you're not hearing them break because of the sound effects being off.
Yeah, there's ways of knowing, but like unironically, you can like track if you collect a Wumpa or something. Like if a box breaks off screen, you can see if you get like a Wumpa or something, or a triple mask. Whenever you hit a box with triple, like sparks fly out. So if you see that happen, that can be an indicator. But yeah, the sound effects do make it harder to know if you get everything or not for sure. That's very, very valid. Like, and the hazards in this level too, like the laser gates, like those make noise normally when you're backtracking, but there's no noise here. So
it's just, at least you have something for boxes and say everything else you need to get in the game. Otherwise, it'd be a lot harder for sure.
Yeah, they actually give you a counter when you press triangle in this game, and it's the first game that does that. It gives you like a 3 out of something. You know, normally in the other games it's just like, oh, you have like 1. That's it. We don't tell you how many. You'll know when you get to the end. Yeah, they keep it a surprise. This level has 2 triple masks, which is way too many. I feel like flattered. I don't know. It's like so nice of them. Regardless, it's because there's a platform that like breaks up the triple, so they just give you a new one when you get to the next part.
Very kind of them.
But it's chill because the box pass is stressful, so they give you a break. Yeah, that guy's a complete joke, so we just steamroll him and get out. And next is the final platforming level. I know we got 20 minutes left, but it's the final one. Unless you count the final boss, I guess. I mean, there's 2 visits to it, so we actually do platforming a little bit later as well, but it is like technically the last one. Bug Light is the mandatory you are in the dark level in Crash. There's always the dark level in Crash games. But this one's a lot nicer because it's not dark the whole time. Like, this beginning part is really fun. Implying that the other part isn't. It's fun. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah. I get
There's
you.
like, yeah. Every game in the original trilogy has these levels where you get a firefly and eventually it flies away and you're left in the dark. But obviously the time restraint is not a problem at all. To an awesome speedrunner. I'm leaving the blue gem platform back there because we're doing it in the relics, so I'm just getting the boxes right now. The 1 cycle in this level is one of the hardest 1 cycles in the run. You have to make a specific cycle or you do not get the relic requirement. It's like that level of tight, but it's only tight for like the first half and then you're chilling. So that being said, we're not going to see it for like a bit because I got to do the other levels first, but that's okay. This bonus, another glitch low jump here to break these. Otherwise, it's like really slow. I'm going to get under here and glitch high to break these from underneath. Slide these because normally bouncing on them takes forever, and then slide down to break all of those with 1 slide. I broke like 10 crates there with a slide. Like, I slid against the wall and just shredded all of them. So they want you to body slam there, I think, but that's worse. Let's not do that.
That's slow. We don't gotta.
Yeah, that animation's way too long. What the heck? The door's nice here, which is good. If the door was bad, I would actually take damage on purpose, because when you have iframes, it's basically the same as having invincibility, but for like a brief period of time compared to the full invincibility length. So I could have kept the door open manually if I took damage, but because the door was good, I didn't need to worry about it. And we just get the gem and get out. So it's Bug Light. Pretty cool. Now there's just the 2 vehicle levels left in the warp. Get Orange Asphalt next. It's a bike level, but it's just easier than Road Crash for like some reason. I don't know why, but it's got some cool strats. The dirt on the side of the road is a lot less. The hitbox is way smaller than the other bike levels for some reason, so you can actually just drive over it pretty comfortably without losing your wheelie. And this is the one where you can win by like the most amount. Like, you can get ahead of first place like halfway into the level. It's ridiculous. Yeah, getting these boxes while holding the wheelie is a lot harder than it looks. The turning is like pretty awkward. Yeah, that dirt right there, I didn't slow down. Any other level, if I do that, I slow down. So that's just like Orange Asphalt being like weird for some reason. There's a ramp here, but I can actually do a hole skip if I line up correctly like that. I can just skip over the hole. You have to be in a straight line forward. If you're angled, you'll just fall in. So you have to actually line yourself up properly. And I hold the wheelie like I'm just holding it, we just hold it forever.
Yeah.
Crazy. These ramps here, if you go top speed at that first ramp, you will fly over the second box and miss it. So you actually have to slow down like a lot, or else you'll miss that second one. Which is I guess a segue into a weird like thing you can do in this game. You can actually brake midair. Like, you can slow down in the air in this game. It's super weird. But if you just hold square like while airborne, you'll actually lose like a lot of speed.
It feels like it shouldn't be possible, but
no, like
yeah.
it's really unorthodox. I don't know. It's weird. Blast ramps here, and we are chilling. This level, the relic is like super easy, so it doesn't really matter which visit you get the gem in. So I just get it on the first one in case I mess up, and I can do it on the second one instead of like restarting the level or whatever.
Might as well. Seems pretty smart to me.
Yeah. If you have an opportunity to be safe, just take it. There is another strat you can do at the end of this level. It actually, for years, people thought it was like the strat, but It was found like a couple months ago that it actually loses time to like something else, but I'll still go for it because it's cool. It's those that ending section with all those ramps. You can just skip over every single hole if you line it up properly. I'll try and do that. If I fail it, then it's okay. I can like bail if the lineup is bad, but you just like, instead of using the ramps, you just hold the wheelie the entire time and just skip every pit. It's like really clean. Once again, I can stick close to the dirt because of the level I'm in. I have to go around that sign though. If I clip the side of that sign, it will throw me off the road. Like, you have to be careful of everything apparently. And yeah, turn's about to get tight, so I let go of the wheelie there. There is the brake button on the bike, but I like never press it. I just let go of X. For some reason, you get really slippery controls if you try and turn like mid brake. So I just let go of the accelerate button in general. I usually don't press square at all unless I'm doing that ramp in this level. That's it. Like everywhere else, I just don't touch it. Yeah, let's see if I can do this lineup here. That looks good. That should work. Yep. If the first one works, then we're in the clear. You just skip over every pit.
Loving the signs on like the side of the road right there as well. I would not drink the 5-cent soda at Dingo's Diner. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, there's like bugs in there or something.
Probably.
It's like dysentery.
Carbonated weird. Super water.
Yeah. I mean, it's in like the 60s. The 5 cents is probably a good deal. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably like $3 these days. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. All right, now we're in Mad Bombers. This is a notoriously hard level. And it's hard because in Bye Bye Blimps, you could shoot anywhere on the blimps and they die. But in Mad Bombers, you have to shoot the turbines, like the propellers. You have to shoot only those. You can't shoot anywhere. And they have 2 of them, so you have to aim really precisely. The planes always move the same way, so I just take the same route every time. And the main threat is the little planes. They do way too much damage for some reason. And the way we route it, we actually front load all of the HP at the start of the section, so you kind of have to do like the back half of the level with no healing. That can go south if you get owned, but hopefully not. It's just very easy to like, if you don't know the route in this level, you lose like so much time and you probably die because the longer you stay in the level, the more at risk you are of getting destroyed by the planes. They can never shoot you off screen though, so if you just turn whenever they approach you, they won't shoot you. Because obviously if you got shot off screen, that'd be very unfair. You can get some chip damage in here before I turn to get this box. If you do really well, you can actually destroy one of the engines before you turn, which is like exceptionally good. Okay, we get those 2 boxes. Now we can try and down this guy before he goes all the way to the left, which we do. It's very good. All right, that's the last box. This plane is super awkward because he starts flying upwards as you shoot him, and hitting the engine while he ascends is really awkward. Like it looks like I'm shooting it, but it's not dealing damage. You know, it's really weird. But that was good. Very hard to do this level as fast as you can. So now Cortex's button is here because we have every crystal. So it's like, oh wait, you're not supposed to fight the final boss yet. What do you do? Well, if you enter the fight and then just exit, all the buttons come back.
Oh, simple as that. Okay.
Yeah, so you could just leave and you don't have to fight them, which is great. I mean, thank goodness. Now we can clear out bombers and bug light, and then we can get everything else in the game and go back to fight him. So the relic pass is the same route as any percent. It's one of those like same as any percent things. Boxes don't save time in this relic, so we don't really care about them at all. We just do any percent. So when this plane starts flying to the right here, I'm going to turn left, just like a visual cue, and this guy will arrive right behind me when I do that. For the most part, this route is very chill at the beginning, and then the last 2 planes are really hard. You can kind of like flounder around with these first 3, and then you have to lock in for the last 2. But so far, this is fine. If you get destroyed by the planes early, you can grab that HP to my right, but I don't need it. I don't think. I hope. Very easy to die in this relic if the patterns aren't amazing. that was clean. So now we can get ready for this. So if what I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to try and bump into this turbine right here. And if I turn at the right time, yeah, I'll get put right behind it. There can be some really wonky interactions where they like, oh man, I didn't get the kill there. I was a bullet short. Okay, so I'm going to lose like 10 seconds because of that.
Oh no.
I was a bullet short there. I have to not die as well. Dying will be like quite sad. Okay, I'm very low on health. I'm a little bit scared. Onka. Come on. Come on. Okay, I'll screen the guys, so I'm safe. Okay, that was a nightmare, but we didn't die.
That's
but yeah, that window to kill... Yeah. That window to kill the last plane is really small. So like because I was a bullet short there, I couldn't quite make it in time. So a good bomber's relic is like 109, 108. So getting like a 121, you know, it's just like... Plane 4 goes haywired is what it is. Still fine. So now we can do bug light 1 cycle. Now this is the last platforming, for real this time. There's no fast way to die here. There's no like the snake has a really long animation. So we're gonna grab the clock and then restart trial. Basically the same thing as dying. And that's gonna set up all the cycles the way that I want it. Your movement has to be very clean for the first like half a minute of this stage. If it's sloppy, you'll be too slow and you will not make the cycle that you need. So yeah, waiting on that door is a good sign. There's just a door in the blue gem section that we need to beat. If we don't beat it, then we're maybe in an ugly spot, but it should be okay. Yeah, this door up here, we just want to beat it before it closes. Should be on track if we do, and we do, so that's good. It's not over yet. We still have to do like a lot of like tight platforming, but that's like the speed check. If you beat that, you're on pace. If you don't beat it, then you have to start over. We use the nitro. We use the mask there to keep that door open that I just passed. If you wait on that door, it's over. I have to beat a 134 for reference. Okay. This should be fine. I'm not 100% confident, but like, because I think I skipped a few time craze, but it should be okay.
I believe.
I'm as in much suspense as anybody right now. We'll see. Stick onto the red gem platform there. This ending is awkward because there's a downhill, and like doing a neutral slide jump on a downhill is kind of awkward sometimes. So I just like jump in, and I just do a normal jump instead because I don't trust sliding down a hill. But yeah, 130, 230, we're chilling. Now we just have three levels left in Warp 6, and that'll be it. We do everything up to this point, so we are on good pace. We kick off Warp 6 with probably the most notorious stage, at least like for my sessions. Guess what vehicle it is, you know?
Oh no.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
no crystal, so it's 1 visit, but yeah, ski crazed. Just extremely wave heavy. A lot of the waves need to cooperate to not jump over anything. This is like a, if you're on pace, you're terrified level, because any miss and you're like, you might be down, you know, it depends, but it is very, very nerve-wracking.
Understandable for sure.
Yeah. Because the run's so long too. It's like it's been an hour 50 and you get here, it's like, holy moly. The gold relic is 50-50 that you have to beat. So you could probably make like around four mistakes or so before you're too slow. I would give. So it actually is forgiving in that sense. It's just like in a good run setting, it is very, very scary. Yeah, anytime a wave is rolling in and the ramp lifts up, I have to react by like going slower. If a wave is lowering and I can beat the next one coming in, I need to go faster. So it's just like you just have to constantly know what to do. Like right there, see that can just happen.
Yeah.
That is a box on flat water and I go over it. Like that's what I'm talking
Sheesh.
about. that can just happen to you, so that is really rough. Obviously, in this context, it's totally fine, but, you know, it's just comical, you know. Hopefully nothing more like that happens.
Thank you, game. Very cool.
Yeah. Oh, I missed that. That's okay. That's a really tough thing to do. There's two boxes together, and you have to like get both at the same time. Kind of a tough timing thing you have to do. That's okay. Almost ran headfirst into that bomb. That was way closer than I expected, but you know, all good. I'm officially like a little bit scared because this is like this ending part is the part that usually acts up. So the fact that we had like hiccups before that is a little bit scary, but we'll see. Few boxes here. That's a lot easier to get. They're just closer together. Yeah, this ramp right here is trouble. Okay, we got it. Good. Okay. Oh, the ending part was clean, so we're good to go. We won't fail the relic at all. That's nice. Happy to see it. Okay. For what it's worth, that wasn't bad. Like, I just had a really funny miss there. Like,
Yeah.
really, really goofy miss. Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, 2 stages left. Next up is Rings of Power. It's the last airplane level. It's like a unique airplane level. It's a race level, actually, which is like, it's cool they had an idea to like not make it a shoot the enemies thing, but Rings of Power, you go through the rings of power. They're powerful because if you spin through them, you get speed. So if you spin through them, you get like this purple trail next to your plane, and that's to show you that you got the speed. You need to collect every...
Indeed.
Yeah, look at the power.
Sheesh. Look at them go.
So we have to win the race, get every box, and beat the time trial at the same time. So there's 3 items in this level. Winning the race and getting the trial kind of goes hand in hand, but getting all the boxes is where the difficulty rolls in. So the ending in particular is like 3 boxes at once. It's kind of stressful. You basically just want to turn earlier than you would expect, so you can get your like crosshair lined up with all of them. If I miss, you can still make the relic, but it's like awkward. It's super awkward to like 180 the plane and shoot something and then do it again. Okay, good. And you can run into Nitro with the spin and not die like that.
Convenient.
I love that Nitro is there because you can show it off every time. It's like, oh, you could just run into the Nitro and not die. So yeah, it's very good.
Super clean, honestly.
Then the last level is Area 51. There's a question mark in the name. That's why I said it like I was confused.
I see. It could be that. Who knows?
Yeah. For legal reasons, it might not be. Maybe that's the idea. I don't know.
Yes, that. Let's go with that.
Yeah. It's a pitch black bike level. I know what you're thinking. This sounds like the worst thing ever made. Well, you might be right a little bit.
You might be onto something with that one.
In the remake, the light is way brighter and further ahead, but in this game, it's just like you get nothing. So you have to memorize the entire layout of the level, where the boxes are. Because there could be a box to my right, to my left, in the middle. I have no idea in a blind playthrough. So I just have to know. So I know it's here, for example. I know the next one's in the middle. Like, you have to memorize the whole layout. It's crazy. But there's some cool stuff we do still, despite not being able to see that well. And when you wheelie the... Oh, that's a remake thing. When you wheelie in the remake, the light goes up, so it doesn't even point straight anymore.
Oh, that's cursed.
It's so funny.
It makes sense, but it's cursed.
Yeah, that's too real. We need to like tone down on the realness.
Yeah, for real. What the heck?
This box is really tight to get. So if I'm too far left, I fall in the pit, and if I'm too far right, the UFO gets me. So that box is really hard. It's probably the hardest part of the level. Little boost pad here that I hold. If I bump into the back of the UFO, it actually kills my wheelie. Luckily, I'm like so slow that it doesn't matter. That's actually good. I'll take that. Police car coming to my left lane, but I can just avoid it like this. And then I'm actually going to do a hole skip in the dark here. I go to the right of this ramp. I can just skip over the hole like that. So I can keep the wheelie longer than intended. There's no boxes for a while at this part, which is a relief because that'd be very stressful. Just a police car, and then this part, there's a box on the left side. So now that we don't have the wheelie anymore, it's a lot more controlled and easier to react to stuff. But yeah, first playthrough of this level, it's just the most trial and error, like garbage thing ever, and it's not fun. So I don't know what to tell you. Like I defend this game like crazy, but like this is just inexcusable behavior.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a fun level to me, unfortunately, for that reason.
Takes a long time to do once, like crazy. The gold relic here is like 150 or something, but I got like a 138 because I skipped like a ton of I skipped a ton of things that would kill the wheelie, so I just went super fast basically. Cool. Yeah, that's everything in the game. So if we have everything, Coco will give us one last gem in the warp room, and that's kind of confirmation that we have everything.
If we don't, we
will
panic.
See. Yeah. I gotta go through every level. I gotta look at every level and see what's missing something. I'm pretty sure I have everything.
I think so too, yeah.
So Coco will spawn a gem here if I slide down to the right. Okay. Phew! And then Cortex is the only button, so the final boss is here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this final boss, Cortex is fighting us with my mask's evil twin. His evil twin got freed, and they're like working together, and that's like the plot of the game. During this final boss, they're fighting each other, and we're fighting Cortex, so we have to dodge both enemies' attacks. This boss actually has RNG, with where Cortex throws his mines. After he throws all the mines, he becomes vulnerable, and you want to hit him into the pit in the middle. So if he throws all the mines close to him, you can't touch him, because you'll blow yourself up. So you actually want him to toss them far away, like the bottom of the map. He throws 5, all on the same, like X coordinate, but he just throws them different distances. So same Y coordinates. Yeah, so those are a bit close. If the final 2 are ugly, it can be very slow, but those are fast. Time is when I close the shoes power-up menu, which is shortly after I like defeat him. I'll just pick up the shoes, and then that'll basically be it. So I'll just count it down. Phase 3, wherever Crash is standing, when they initiate their attack, they like go there, and then they spin around and blow up. And we can use the explosion to blow up some of the mines, actually. So if he gives bad RNG, it can reduce it a little bit. So that middle one got blown up, for example. All right, time is coming up here. 3, 2, 1, time. GG.
GG.
105%. I'm turning the sound effects on so the cutscene has noise.
Let's go.
Yeah. That's your reward for no sound effects the whole run. You can listen to the cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG's. Yeah, so since we collected everything, the time twister is imploding on itself, and Cortex, Uka Uka, and Entropy are banished.
Until Crash 4, I imagine.
Yeah. They do actually immediately follow up on that in Crash 4. It's pretty cool.
It's awesome, honestly.
The time twister machine could not.
So where can people find you?
Together, we were lucky.
You can find me on twitch.tv/potty. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I speedrun Crash Bandicoot Warped, and I used to speedrun Crash 2. Maybe I'll go back to it. Who knows, you know? But I mainly play Crash 3. It's like my main game.
It is difficult to say.
There's only 2 people that have gotten sub 2-hour runs in this category, so getting one in a no reset is pretty awesome with commentary. So that's cool. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I didn't like realize the final time. Yeah, you totally got sub 2 there, just casually. Let's go.
Yeah, that was my goal. I was like, it'd be cool if I got a sub 2. So
Yeah, absolutely kill it there. Good job.
yeah, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're babies in the final cutscene. They age up in Crash 4. Like time passes, whatever. So
Like in real time in this case?
guess so. There's probably like a screen transition like 30 years later. I don't know how old they are, but like maybe there's like a 30 years later thing. But in this game, they stay babies. You know, Cortex has the lowercase n on his head, you know.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Good detail. All right, in that case, that'll be it for Duel of the Things and Nights. We have a longer episode of Parallel Universe after this with Pokemon Platinum co-op map randomizer. That should be a lot of fun. I love Pokemon Platinum, one of the best Pokemon games in my opinion. Very, very good. So yeah, stick around for that. We're going to break while that's set up, but I'll be back personally in a couple weeks from now for another episode of Duel of Things. But for now, I'll see y'all around.
Bye.